It's mine, I'm connected. I don't hustle for acceptance. I was born selected. Black woman blessed, don't play with me. Grace too loud, can't shade with me. You see the glow, that's legacy. Ever know built tenacity. I move different, I move prayed up. Not stressed out, I stay paid up. Even when it's easily later. God rewrote it and upgraded us. Crown on tip when storms get wild. Face still think I'm heaven's child. You can't curse with God is style. Or run deep, Mississippi mile. I ain't begging for no seat. Table built when I speak, anointing dripping through the feet. Even my losses taste sweet. Dub distracted. Heaven magnet. Sign the seal, counting magic. Grace automatic. If you promise it's established, that's kingdom, that's classic.
That is kingdom. That is classic. Welcome, welcome, welcome everybody to Listen Linda's Prime Days Read-A-Thon. Now, I know that I sprung this on y'all last minute, right? But I did want to come on and just give a quick shout out for those of you all who do not know me. My name is Dr. Jacqueline Cox, aka Listen Linda. And today we are doing Listen Linda Prime Days Read-A-Thon. I wanted to come on and just give you all a preview of what my library looks like inside of my house, especially the books that I have read this year. Some of them I have read over again because I love them that much, or they have come on to the show, and I like to read the books before I interview anybody. So some of them I have published myself, but I wanted to kind of give a shout out to some of the people. So if you are watching on Amazon Live, you will see all of these books in the carousel. For the ones that I do not have on hand, I will be highlighting them here, but they are also on the carousel on Amazon. And all of these books are on sale for Prime Day. Okay. First up, of course, y'all know I got to do The Love of My Life. Okay. Dr. Marvis Cox. I want to make sure that I shout out his book first. Death is a Release. Pain is Forever. You can find it in the carousel on Amazon, or you can go to Amazon, look up the name Death is a Release, Pain is Forever, Dr. Marvis Cox Sr. He talks about the war, right? He did 3 tours overseas. But what's so special about this book is even though he details very vividly things that happened to him in the war, he really goes more in depth about his transition from being in the war and being a soldier in the United States Army and going overseas. He's a sergeant infantry, 3 tours overseas. He also talks about life and how he was able to transition out of the Army back into civilian life. So he talks about PTSD. He talks about difficulties, maintaining relationships with his family, with his with dating relationships. He talks about alcoholism and addiction to alcohol and medicine and those type of things. So he really, really, really gives you an inside look into what life is like for veterans outside of the war and the things that they go through and the thoughts that they have. It is very vivid. I will give a warning for people who have been in the war or who have lost loved ones in the war. This book can be triggering. So, but if you want to know the inside of a soldier's mind, this is a great book. It is an international bestseller in 4 countries now. And it is highly acclaimed. It won an international, prestigious international Hope Book Award for Best Autobiography. Of course, it won the Listen Linda Book Award, but it has got so much great reviews, so many great reviews. So if you have not purchased it, go to Amazon right now. It is called Death is a Release, Pain is Forever. Now, I thought it would be great to highlight in this season, especially in the times that we are now, my next book, which is my son, Marvis Cox Jr., My Superpowers in My Brown Skin. In this book, My son talks about real life experiences that not just him, but his brother experienced going to a diverse school. Well, really is mostly Caucasian school, but there are some other cultures that are inside the school and experiencing racism and discrimination. And it's just a really, really fascinating story in the mind of an 8-year-old at the time who wrote the book. And he really talks about his feelings and how much he didn't understand, and his parents were able to come in and introduce him to Black culture and show him all the ways that his brown skin became his superpower. It's very, very phenomenal book. I want you all to go purchase that. It is also in my carousel on Amazon, or if you cannot make the carousel, just go to Amazon, type in my superpowers and my brown skin. It's going to come right up. Two-time award winner, for the Culture Award winner. It was also Impact Book Award winner, and it is also an international best-selling book, two-time international best-selling book. So go ahead, check it out. Marvis Cox Jr., as well as Marvis Cox Sr., who helped him write the book. Next, we're going to go into my next book. I know y'all like, she's talking all about her family. Yes, we are a family of writers, okay? This is also an international best-selling book by my oldest son, Jaden Smith Cox, and it is called The Unbreakables. Again, this is a story about teens navigating high school life, dealing with mental health, dealing with physical abuse, as well as just everyday challenges that teens go through in high school that we have no clue about. Jaden did do all the artwork for this. He is a phenomenal graphic designer. I am so super proud of both of my boys. This is also an international bestseller. So if you are a parent, if you are a teen, if you are a parent of teens, if you are parents of kids who will become teens, you will want to grab this book for you and for your kids. He got so many great reviews from his high school and just people all around who are still emailing the magazine today, talking about how much they love this book, how much this book has helped them to better understand their children in ways that they did not understand before. So if you have not seen this book, I want you all to go grab it. It's called The Unbreakables by Jaden Smith Cox. I really love it because once again, it is a story about friendship, about brother and sisterhood, and about maintaining those relationships in high school and also navigating their own personal struggles in high school. Great, great book. Next book I want to bring up is a book from someone who is a really great friend of mine, really good prayer warrior and sister of mine. Her name is Shannon Savoy. Now, when I first met Shannon, this was the first book that I published for Shannon. It is called The Imposters, but I met her before that. I met her through through Ina, through a lady named Ina. She was in her book, Rising Above Narcissistic Abuse. Shannon is a phenomenal pastoral counselor, phenomenal, just woman of God all around. Wow, she does so many things. But this book really helped me while publishing it really get to understand the counterfeits of the church and how people claim to be something that they are not. Just really, really, really phenomenal book. If you have been through church hurt, if you have been through counterfeit people at the church, or you may think that you might be experiencing that right now, this book gives you an inside scoop on what it's like dealing with narcissistic people inside the church and outside the church. Phenomenal book. And once again, another Amazon #1 bestseller on Amazon. Okay, #1 bestseller on Amazon. To this day, it's a bestseller on Amazon. So all of the books that I'm talking about today have been um have been um bestsellers, but they're also on sale on Prime. Okay. So I'm running out of time. So I really want to go ahead and now I'm just going to start showing the books. And I want you all to know these books are on sale and they're all on Amazon right now. Okay. First book, Reflections, Me versus Me by Janie M. Owens. Wise Words from My Parents by Carolyn Coleman. Finding Love After 70 by Myra Cook. The Pet Rescuers, Lynn and the Parrot Pursuit by Julie Day. Jane's Journey by Dr. Audrey Ann Moses. Mariah 2, Retribution by Elena Maria. City of Ashes, City of Grace by Tia Strickland. It Can't Always Be Night, Releasing It in the Morning by Dr. Jacqueline Cox. If I Were to Write a Book in the Bible Anthology by Dr. Jacqueline Cox, Myra Cook, Leah, Dr. Leanne Cerise Hendrick, Tanya Vincent, Donna McClendon, and Mary Beal. Sir, I Am Not Her, She Is Not Me, We Are Not the Same by Sharice King. Alabaster Heart by Fee Davis. Following Esther Process, and I also have My 70s Love Story, 50 plus years later by Dr. Velma Bagby. And last but not least, we have, if you all know I am a fan, Nene Leakes, Lessons on Love and Life Learned the Hard Way. She came out with this book almost over 10 years ago, might have been over 15 years ago. I am a true fan of Nene, not just from Real Housewives of Atlanta, but because I read this book and I can relate to her and her story so much. Again, all of these books you can find on Amazon for Prime Day. They have huge discounts on all of them. So get these books on your shelf, okay? Love y'all like Christ loved the church. And if you know me, then you know I am out. Peace.
You're the one.